In the top stories, a new company enters the solar energy market, Barbados records another road fatality, and catch the latest in the Davis Cup. Welcome to Nation News for Monday, April 7th, 2014. I'm Natasha Beckles.
Introducing the all-new Ruby Gas LPG composite bottle from Rubis. These exclusive 22-pound bottles weigh 50% less than traditional steel cylinders and can be used for picnicking and day-to-day home needs. These composite bottles are translucent, allowing you to see the liquid level at all times so you will never run out of gas unexpectedly. Lightweight, visible gas level, portable, corrosion-proof, eco-friendly. The Ruby Gas LPG composite bottle, available from Rubis.
At a time when many sectors are struggling, the solar power industry in Barbados is set to heat up. A new company called Superior Solar Power Solutions was officially opened this morning at Lodge Hill, St. Michael, with officials hinting at an aggressive marketing strategy. The company will be focusing on solar water heaters in the initial stages before moving on to photovoltaic technology, which is expected to be a major part of the business in the long term. Superior Solar has at its helm a number of experienced businessmen, including Director Ray Horney, who once owned a number of local West Coast hotels, and Chairman Richie Alleyne, who has been successful in real estate, hotel development, and manufacturing. Popular entertainer Lil Rick, real name Ricky Reed, escaped major injury, but another man is dead after the two were involved in a serious accident around 12:45 this morning at Pinder's Bottom, St. George. Dead is 41-year-old John Corbin of Wellhouse St. Philip, who was the driver of one of the vehicles involved. Police say the investigations revealed that the motor car which Corbin was driving collided with a motor van driven by 43-year-old Reed of Coral Haven, St. Philip. Reed complained of minor pains to his body while Corbin died at the scene. Investigations are continuing. The program, designed to eliminate indiscipline among public service vehicle drivers and conductors, has already started to show some success. This is according to Minister of Transport and Works Michael Lashley. Speaking to reporters this morning during a tour of the River Bus Terminal, where drivers and conductors were in uniform for the first official day, he said Operation Take Back had already clamped down on a number of pirate operators and would be moving into Phase 2 soon. Mr. Lashley said moral suasion was currently being used to get operators to comply with the dress code, but in a few weeks he will be going to Parliament to make the wearing of uniforms mandatory. Householders and property owners are being urged to ensure their water tanks are properly sealed in order to prevent mosquitoes from entering and breeding in them. Speaking at an activity to mark World Health Day this morning, Minister of Health John Boyce said the storage of large quantities of water is presenting challenges for the vector control unit. He said officers have found mosquitoes breeding in the tanks built to store up to 1,000 gallons of water. He said the tanks may be above or below ground, and people are sometimes unaware of the existence of the tanks. CARIFORUM's Natural Disaster Management Program has received a €20 million boost from the European Union. During a signing ceremony today, Deputy Executive Director of the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, Elizabeth Riley, said the funds will be distributed among the various disaster management agencies under that body. Each individual organization will have control over how it spends its funds. Director of Barbados Department of Emergency Management, Judy Thomas, said it was still too early to specify how the funds would be used locally. Across the region now, Antigua and Barbuda's Prime Minister Baldwin Spencer has warned against possible violence in the campaign leading up to the next general election. He says he wants the police to take seriously recent remarks made by a radio announcer who called on supporters to inflict harm on their opponents. The main opposition Antigua Labour Party has since distanced itself from the remarks of the radio announcer, but it continues to call on the Prime Minister to dissolve Parliament and set the date for the polls. Guyana's Agriculture Minister Dr. Leslie Ramsamy is predicting that this is the year the sugar industry will bounce back. He says major changes in management have been made and a new board will take control of the Guyana Sugar Corporation from July. After 3 years of failing to reach its targets, he says the corporation is on track for this year.
It is not the first time, as the Honorable Member Komal Chand told us before, that sugar is in distress. I grew up in the sugar industry, and I know. But Gaisuco will recover. and 2014 will mark the turning point in the performance of Gaisuko.
In sport, the Barbados under-16 netball team won their first encounter of the Caribbean Netball Association's John Pierre Netball Tournament last night. They beat host St. Kitts by a clear 20-goal margin, winning the match 36-16. They will take on St. Vincent and the Grenadines tonight at 7 p.m. We now go to Shaka Mears for a report on the Davis Cup.
Just one more victory was all that separated Barbados from its first ever America's Group 2 final, after El Salvador's doubles side retired hurt on Saturday, giving the hosts a 2-1 lead into Sunday's final at the National Tennis Center. Mere moments after dynamic duo Darian King and Hayden Lewis wrapped up the third set, El Salvador number 1 Marcelo Arevalo finally succumbed to a lingering back injury while trailing 6-2, 4-6 and 6-7 alongside brother Rafael. It was a rather unfortunate finish to a doubles match that was so tightly contested between two rivals who are meeting for the third time in 5 years. This has been Shaka Mears reporting for Nation News.
West Indies' Darren Sammy and Samuel Badri are among the 11 players included in the International Cricket Council's men's team of the tournament for the just concluded ICC World 2020 competition. India's Mahendra Singh Dhoni was named captain of the side, which includes 4 players from India, 2 from South Africa, and 1 representative each from Australia, Netherlands, and Sri Lanka. Krishmar Santoki was named as the 12th man. And finally, police in East Texas have arrested a woman after she called them to complain about the quality of the marijuana she had purchased from a dealer. An officer went to the home of 37-year-old Evelyn Hamilton to hear her complaint that the dealer refused to return her money after she objected that the drug was substandard. She was arrested on a charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. And that's it for Nation News for Monday, April 7th. I'm Natasha Beckles.